This is Andy with QualityStocks. Today's Tuesday, April 19th, 2011, and today we're going to take a look at BMB Munai. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is an AMEX stock. It trades under the ticker KAZ. I think it's a very interesting chart from a technical perspective. Right near a support resistance level, we're seeing a lot of the indicators that are really starting to trend down a little bit, and I want to see if it's going to hold this, possibly hold this bottom support, or if this chart's just going to kind of fall apart a little bit. You can see through here, price per share is still trying to trend up. We're seeing a negative divergence as the MACD is trending down. It's reset plenty far, but it's kind of at a make or break point where you can see even through here, getting a slight uptrend in the histogram, which tells you that the distance between the 12 and the 26 EMAs is not getting as great each time. I'm going to look for that bullish cross as signal line, see if it's going to make its rotation and try an uptrend here in the near future. Like I say, it's kind of at that point. It's going to tie in with support and resistance. A very similar look to the PPO. The ADX is actually in a pretty nice position for a reversal. See, it got up real high, making its downtrend, coming back to normal levels. Made a pretty sharp turn right here. Flattened out now. Positive and negative DIs are in a good position. We'll look for that negative DI to break down through, positive DI to break up through the ADX. Money flows just look like they're trying to make a turn, but you can see overall, pretty good downtrend to them. So we're going to look for the 7 to come up, see if it's going to break back through 50, hold these longer terms near that area, and try and get on the upper half of that indicator. Accumulation distribution and shaking money flow are both pretty neutral. See kind of a sideways channel through here. Maybe still an overall downtrend theme to it, but more recently kind of going sideways. Shaking money flow is pretty close to zero. Buying and selling pressure is somewhat equal, but making some higher lows in the overall picture. So you can see where this chart's really kind of confused, getting mixed signals from the indicators overall, because it definitely still has a bearish tone to it, but really looks like it's trying to make a turn. That's why all these indicators are going to tie in with that support and resistance. And we'll see what it does, because there's lots of room for this to move and start to go pretty bullish if it can make a break and hold support. CCI down plenty low, but trying to hold over top of negative 100. Full still showing there's not a lot of strength in this chart, but if it can turn right in through here, it can make another higher low and break back up through 50, which is bullish. Tricks kind of running right along with the MACD and the PPO. But follows our charts know I put a lot of importance to these indicators in the long-term picture. And again, it's a negative divergence. This Tricks is definitely trending down. Well, that price per share was in an upward trend. It's going to have to make its rotation here pretty quickly and break back up through zero. RSI is pretty neutral. It's kind of hanging right around the 50 mark, zigzagging back and forth. Can't seem to get a lot of momentum behind it. But again, still very close to 50. Could go into bull mode pretty easily. See, this picks up some support right here around 90, 91 cents. See right through here. Tough time really getting and holding above it until it made the big move on strong volume. Had a pretty decent pullback. Tried one more time. Fell right back down on that level. So it's going to have to hold that 90-cent mark. Of course, it does pick up some more down here around 80, 83 cents. That's a pretty good fall from where it is. You can see it closed at 95. It does pick up a little more support right in here around 86, which is a pretty good support level. But if it falls through 90, I'd be more apt to believe it's going to come back down here and test this bottom area again and test this 200-day moving average. So if it can't hold 90, I'd look for 80. See how it acts at that point. That might become a nice support level. Right now, my eyes are on if these indicators are going to make the turn. And that means pushing back above this 96, 97 mark. You can see it touched 96 yesterday. I like these two candles combined, this doji and then the positive day. The Dow closed down about 150 points yesterday, and KAZ managed to muster a little bit of an up day, up 2%. Relatively low volume, 146,000 shares traded, and you can see that's about average for it. I didn't check the share structure, but I'm assuming that there's not a lot of shares outstanding or in the float based on this average volume. But those two candles combined are a nice reversal, bounced off a support level. Now I want to see if it's going to take out that resistance and go up here and try and challenge this just over $1, $1.03 area. Just from a psychological barrier, that dollar always comes into play, but I want to see it take out the top. If it can take out that top, there's a good chance it's going to come up here and try and test a new high again. If that happens, of course, then we'll see the rotation of these indicators, and they could go back into bull mode, and this could very well maintain an overall uptrend and break all the downtrends of the indicators. So from a technical standpoint, that's why I say this chart's very interesting, and it's kind of at a make or break point. Generally, technicians would look at this and say negative divergence, it's going down, and I certainly wouldn't disagree with that. It genuinely looks like it's trying to make a turn. So it's going to fall on that support level and see if that holds or not. So for those reasons, the KAZ chart's going to hit the watch list. I'm going to see how it performs and what it does with these little candle patterns. As always, it's merely my interpretation of the KAZ chart. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you for watching and trade smart.